Hey guys, so for today I'm just going to try my best to run through Awakening and also to show you all how hard the Awakening floors are actually. Some of them seem to be nearly impossible to do even by my standards, which is unexpected, but we'll see. So now let's get right to it. I just wanted to show how the Awakenings look like. Okay, so right now what I've done is that I've done 2 days of Awakenings without actually, oh yeah, and I bought the weekly packs, so I managed to get to 1 purple star for King and Carnage before I did today's Awakenings. Now if you recall, those 2 Awakenings would be gated by the fact that I only had 3 tickets for day 1, 3 tickets for day 2 for each one of the different Awakening trials. So just to let you have a look, now you can see that Monday, Wednesday, Friday are for high tech and duelists, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is for grappler and esper. So basically what I've had so far is that I've managed to done floor 1 to 3 on those days, and today I actually decided to clear floor 4 and 5 of each and then leave 1 challenge to show you all how difficult it could be. Now before I go any further though, I'm just going to run through how Awakening works. As you can see, there are stars that are made out of nodes. So unlike the regular limit break nodes, you can actually choose which ones you want to open, as the stats that are more relevant to you can be opened first. So in the case of Carnage, of course, that means that I want to open all the HP nodes first. And as you can see, I'm actually spending quite a lot of these blue and green ones, and the third one, which is the yellow colored one, and in this case for the King is actually the hero version. There seems to be very little of it. If you count 1 out of 3, took me 2 I believe, and this one is now 4, you can actually tell that it's going to take an increasing amount. Now this over here can actually be converted by synthesizing the lower tier badges, which could be something you want to consider, because it seems like the green tiers disappear very fast, but you still need some green, so try not to synthesize all of it at any one point. Now I'm going to do it for King as well, just to show you all. So you can see 3, 4, 2. Now the conversion rate for one of these is actually 10 to 1. So it's definitely not cheap. That means that you can get 19 blues from synthesizing all of these over here right now. And as you can tell, there's not a lot of resources left already, even after just that much effort. Now I'm going to upgrade the smaller ones as well because they are cheap to do. And as you can see, I'm already out of blues, so it's very difficult to get it to 3 stars worth. You would need to either buy packs or you just wait it out. For me, I wanted to show this today because I wanted to wait until the 3rd day or the 3rd cycle to explain to you all how the blue chips work and how you can fuse them. As you can go up in the star levels, you will actually unlock stats just like in your limit break. And now I want to point out about this fuse button over here, as well as this button showing up when you are ready to activate. Now the problem with this fuse button, okay, is that it's actually very difficult to get hold of orange shards, but it's fairly easy to get hold of purple shards. So what do I mean by that? Now if I show you my King, I have 5 shards for him already for 2 stars. So how it works is that I actually had 3 shards for King from day 1, and then 4 shards for King on day 1, 4 shards for King on day 2. So the leftover from the day 1, which was I believe 3, plus the total of 4 from day, there's 3 needed for day 1 of 1 star, and then 5 needed for 2 stars. So 4 plus 4 was exactly 8, which is just enough for today. That's why I didn't fuse any shards for King, because I'm actually putting him in extreme training. But for units like Carnage, now the big question is, should you run the units in extreme training for a couple of days to get purple shards? Now personally, I think it's never worth it to trade orange shards into purple shards if you're F2P. Never worth it. So you should never attempt to put the shards in. Instead, what you want to do is that if you lack the purple shards, just throw them in extreme training for a day of two. It will prevent you from getting a limited SSR shard, but at the very least you won't be wasting so many shards because the conversion rate is 3 to 1, which is insane. It's actually, you need so much more yellow orange shards than you need purple shards. So that's what I strongly recommend you guys to do. And now let's move on to the fun stuff for today, which is how difficult the awakening challenges are. So I actually had a tough time attempting Duelist, so I'll skip that first. I think maybe it's just that my lineup's not optimized yet. I tried it once or twice and the meta bat always survives. He can even kill my Carnage, which is kind of unexpected. Now let's see whether the same applies to, say, the Grappler mission. So right now I'm going to try with my standard lineup. My standard lineup is actually Amai, Meta Knight, Bakuzan, just like this actually. So usually I will sacrifice my Atomic because I don't think he deals much damage on his own. I will also put a lineup that looks like this in general. So let's have a look. I've never done the 6th floor difficulty for Grappler. Could be very hard. You can laugh at me if I'm a shitty whale that can't clear it, but I'm just doing this for the first time and running through it. Now, if you fail this mission or you leave the map, just like dailies, you don't actually lose your challenge try for the day. So definitely try to, even if you lose or you leave, it will not waste your chances. You can keep trying. So the higher you can clear, definitely the better it is. Now, as you can see here, maybe I should be turning off auto. I want to heal my Bakuzan because he took some damage there, so let's just use this real quick and finish him off with Amai. Now it seems like the Grappler side isn't too bad yet. Look at that damage. Okay, this is a 1.6 mil HP Carnage, and he actually took so much damage output from them. Now remember that King can seal, although none of them have their ultimates on right now, so try not to waste the seal if you see that one of them is going to use his ultimate soon. I can kill off one person, so I'm going to focus on the Bakuzan because he's dealing quite some damage as you saw. I'm going to heal my Carnage so that he'll be ready for the 3rd stage. This is only the 2nd floor. In stages 1 to 3, I think only 1 and 2 have 1 floor each. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to save my... You know what? Let's just let them tank. It's fine. Look at the crit damage. So I'm actually going to use auto attack because I want to heal my team. Didn't heal by much, but it's better than nothing. Now we are in the last stage where Silver Fang will probably deal quite a bit of damage. Bakuzan in the 3rd floor doesn't start with ultimate, which is good. Now let's see, I want to seal off Bakuzan's ultimate so he doesn't kill my Carnage. Okay, Amai, of course I'm going to use it on the Silver Fang. Try to at least get some damage up. Holy shit, it's actually as hard as the Duelist one. So I think Bakuzan is dangerous, so I'm going to finish him off first, and then next turn we'll worry about the tank top. Wow, he barely took any damage. That's insane. Okay, a lot of shields. Not ideal for sure. I'm going to try and use ultimate because the shatter and the extra damage can pierce through the shields. You see that damage output that he took? I actually reflected the damage there, so very, very difficult mission. He's not dead yet, but I think we can clear this. So overall, the Grappler one doesn't seem as hard as the Duelist one. The Duelist one is incredibly difficult, although part of the reason why is that you saw how much damage my Carnage reflected there. Not sure whether I can even replicate that again, but hopefully there's a sweep button. So after you clear it once, you can just sweep it every day. So it's not too bad. It's just a single clear, just like dailies. Now let's move on to high tech and see whether high tech is difficult as well. Should have a random Silver Fang like before, which is quite problematic. So I'm going to rearrange the cycle again because, as you remember, I think it was something like this. No. Yep. So the main reason why you want to put Carnage in the middle is because he will reflect the damage early rather than late. Preferably he will kill everyone with the damage reflect, but he needs to actually survive the damage output to reflect damage. That's the problem with Carnage. Just remember that. For whatever tier you're on, I heard that certain people at their relevant levels are struggling. I saw some comments saying that they can't clear floor 4 at around level 70, 80. So don't fret if you can't clear this. I am a whale after all. If you want to compare, the previous level is a good benchmark for when you should be ready until. And I believe that my current level is unlocked quite late anyway. It's like 84, 86 or something for floor 6. No rush because the rewards are kind of similar. I think it just increases the chance or the quantity. Of course, you want to try and push as far as you can. As you can tell, it's always 3 units per level with certain properties that you must handle. Like Silver Fang stage, maybe King would do better. Who is the risky person here? I don't know. So let's just finish off Genos in case he attacks my atomic. I already lost Bakuzan, but that's not a big worry yet. Oh, this is troublesome. They're very strong. Ideally, if he deals a lot of damage, I want to let my Carnage heal, but I guess that's out of the picture. So again, yeah, this is very difficult actually. I don't think I can clear the Metal Knight one. Looks like it's too hard. They will have the passive from Silver Fang. Look at the 10 SCTs come up, and my Carnage can't even survive. I'm not sure if you let it loose naturally, will it count? Apparently, if you just leave, it's fine. I'm gonna skip high tech for now. That looks even harder than Duelist to some extent. I think Esper is even harder because the boss is Tatsu, but we'll give it a shot. At least I unlocked the Grappler one, which is this is great. Now let's see. I might change my lineup later to something that can handle killing them off faster. Maybe you need more speed. Wow, there's background trains and stuff. That's cool. I think I will finish off the Wild Monkey. Shouldn't be too difficult just yet. They reflect damage and they'll all die hopefully. Okay, not bad. Lost a bit of HP. This guy is gonna ultimate. So in the second stage, he will have high speed and ultimate. And when I say high speed, I mean really high speed, because my Metal Knight and King have very decent speeds. They're like 420 plus. I might need to change my King to attack gear to make this work out actually. So over here, I'm worried about none of them much. But I'll try and finish off King because he's the major threat. And then let's see if we can heal our Carnage. No more energy left. The seal energy will return in the next round, which is great. So now you'll see that the energy is returning. 3 plus 4 plus 2. 10 total, cause Bakuzan adds 1 on the last turn. Oh wow, Tatsu cast first. Just crazy. Holy shit. Oh, that's not even attemptable. Holy crap. I don't think that's even possible to survive actually. Well, I'm just going to give it a shot and see what happens next, because I haven't unyielded yet. Maybe some magic will happen and they'll one-shot me, and then the unyield will kill them all. Because remember, when you unyield, it actually reflects damage. You can see that they are taking a lot of damage. I'm thinking maybe I will use suits instead of playing my main characters, then it might be worth a shot. I don't think he's even reached the unyielding point, so let's focus on this guy. Wow, the alloy actually managed to cast his ultimate. Reflect damage. As before, I'm trying to trigger the unyield. Unyield, please. Yes, reflect. Wow, that didn't even do much. Okay, very difficult stage. It already takes a while to figure it out. I think a suits will be the correct build here, honestly. Yeah, we're not going to survive this. definitely not. So you guys kind of understand the difficulty now. It's a 87, meaning to say that because I'm 88, so these are fairly new stages. I've only managed to clear the grappler one on first try, so definitely difficult. I will show you all the duelist one in a moment, but let's go and spend some of those grappler awakenings that I just got. Maybe it will help. So I want to upgrade the HP ones. You can see that after I upgraded it to the next tier, it's already extremely lacking. And this is another gate. So the core power M, as you can see here, and the next stage will be the square version. Not square version, but like this thing will also be a gate. You can get it from clearing certain stages. So every day they recommend trying to come and click some of these to get the points, just to build up the amount. I don't have any stamina now, so I can't do it, but ideally you should try and clear those stages each day. So they come from doing heroic missions, the heroic missions that are stated in the awakenings. Over here you go into the page and you can actually click on it to see what are the chips that you need. So it's best and recommended by them to do this every single day. I will click the stage to go there and show you which one is it, but it's quite standard. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is, since I've reached the obvious gate for some of these, I can finally try to upgrade the stars for my other characters instead. Because these are obviously the first disc is used in other characters. So you can see here that this one is strength, but this one is Esper, so they use a bit of each other's resources. That's why I haven't actually started to activate the awakenings for the other heroes, but I think now it's kind of safe to do so. So the first ones I want to do are actually for characters that I am using in the stages. So Atomic, maybe, let's see. Remember that this is a hard gate, so you may not want to overspend, but I think 1 star each is okay target to hit. So let's just go for it. You can tell that the amount of resources being requested is increasing. So there, and now you can see that I can actually fuse atomic shards. So normally I don't recommend doing this. Like I said, it's much better to do the purple shards on its own. But in this case, I don't really care because I don't plan to grind or farm atomic to 5 stars. I think that's not going to happen anytime soon. Don't do this. Again, if you're F2P, just throw them in the extreme training. It's probably better for you, especially if it's a main character like Carnage, so you can get them to 5 stars. For me, Atomic is not a permanent character. I don't intend to get him beyond 4 stars, so I'm just going to do it. And even though I can't get this right now, once I have enough stamina, I can actually go and sweep these stages and get some of the currency, this awakening chip. So I'll leave Atomic there, and then next one is that since I've done 1 duelist, 1 Esper, and 1 strength, 1 grappler hero, I have to pick a high tech. So of the choices available, I have Metal Knight and CE, but the problem with my Metal Knight is that I don't actually have shards for him. I need to get him to 3 stars, and that is never going to happen for a while because I actually want to save up my shards. So I probably will open CE instead, although I'm still considering, and I'll get back to you guys when I decide. I think for now the plan is that some people are actually doing SRs instead, so because you can upgrade the passive, and also because SRs are easier to upgrade. For high tech, there will not be any major new characters, so it's either Genus, CE, or Metal Knight. And I think that personally, Genus might have some additional benefit through getting to these 5 stars in the long run. I might upgrade him. For now, I won't do it. I just want to keep the core power available for my other characters. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope that was something that helps you decide what to do in Awakenings. It's not exactly something easy, but you'll get the hang of it eventually. It's just another form of stat boost for your character. I can end off the video by showing you all club challenge. Let's see. So I actually tested out Boros the other day and I couldn't deal any damage whatsoever. Smack some life forms. I also wanted to point out something to you guys actually. So they actually lowered skip timings down to 3 seconds for almost every single activity in the game. Meaning to say that you can just do this and it will auto clear the stage with your auto settings. So that's actually great. You may want to start skipping everything because this game is slow enough, right? And now they have made it so that it's 3 seconds instead of the traditional, like say 7-8 seconds wait. So some of you have also been asking about the Oden event. I'll do a separate video on it, but the Oden event actually is more or less the same. It's just a random drop event that's giving you bonus resources for whatever you're already doing. They don't seem to matter what recipes you pick for the event. So if you look at the Oden shop, they let you choose, but in reality it doesn't actually matter. It's just bonus items, and I think most people should be aiming for these two. They are quite important. The rest of it, some DSK chests, some of these R&D disc chests will be nice. Yeah, so you'll be able to buy this chest through the shop eventually. These cycles are going to change soon, so you can look forward to that. They will replace everything. I've actually saved up 59,000 tournament coins for whatever is going to show up next in the store. So there's something interesting for you guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let me go back to Club Challenge and just quickly finish it off for you guys to see. Oh no, it disappeared. Should have just hit that before I moved on. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll do the chance later. So Geryu boss. So what's my current lineup? A lot of people have been asking me. I don't really have an ideal lineup. There are people who have hit 130 mil with tank Boros, or they've hit like 70, 80 mil, 90 mil with a better lineup than this. But I just want to share with you guys that for high level clubs, the priority is not to deal damage. It's actually to deal less damage. So what we do is that so that everyone can get a hit in, we'll replace random characters here. We might throw out Amai, we might do like remove all DPS characters. Yeah, the priority is for everyone to hit 50 mil and then stop. So different priorities depending on where you are in the game. For now, I just want to share how a traditional lineup might look like. So for most free-to-play players, you want to do Beast King, Sonic, and Amai. And if you leveled CE over Sonic, like say you took CE with Keepsake, then you use CE instead. If not, you can run Sonic. Then you want Genus, an unyielding unit on the bottom right. I use Carnage because my Carnage can tank the first hit now. And then your top right unit, you actually want to have either Sky King or just some other random unit there with suit. So this is actually the traditional F2P lineup. You can also consider doing this instead, which is the sorry, not this. 1 second, brain is not working. Blah blah blah. I can't remember what's the other version, but anyway, the lineup must have Genus, must have one unyielding on the bottom right here, and then you will deal enough damage. So let me change back to my traditional lineup and show you all how much damage I can deal. Where's my king? Yeah. So this is what I usually run. Sonic is just there to die. And again, you aren't supposed to deal too much damage to Geryu anymore. So on all my runs, he will survive. If he unused, I will hit 60 mil. If not, I'll hit around 30 mil. My Amai just does that. I used to have movement here boosting Amai, but it doesn't seem to make a big difference. My Boros is getting only one Esper buff from King being alive, but he will alternate his ultimate. So he will punch and then he will ultimate, which means that Amai gets more of my energy allocation actually. So as you can see here, he's going to cast his out. There's a chance he unused. If he doesn't unuse, I deal less damage. So the rest of it is quite straightforward. I'll last till turn 7. And then the damage output is around 30 mil. So nowadays my club around 11:30 they will down it already, or even earlier. I try not to hit too hard. If I hit too hard, then it's not good for them. Yeah, more club secretaries to do. Anyway, that's all for today's content. I hope the awakening sharing was helpful for you. It's just another form of power creep. I don't think there's much to say about it, except the tips I've given. Don't exchange orange shards for purple shards, and do it slowly. Don't need to rush because it's a long term event. You don't have to pay any gems or anything to progress faster. That's all. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.